Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to do our Game Week 8 preview. Um, so fast approaching the deadline tomorrow evening Australian time. And have made a few changes since the last video looking at our wildcard. We activated that pretty much at the start of the last game week as soon as the lockout occurred and game week 8 even was open. Um, so we'll have a look at the changes. So in goal, we're still going with Areola and Turner. Not spending any money there. As you can see, we've spent every cent we've got. So we've had to cut a couple of corners to get there. So the changes have come in defence. So Matty Cash has always been in the team. The two changes, Anderson and Trippier in for Botman and Estupinan. So Estupinan seems to have a bit of a long-term injury. So that obviously will see him out for the foreseeable future. And so I guess we were looking at, well, who do we ultimately want to finish our team? As he was one we were sort of looking to keep for essentially the season. The obvious choice seems to be Trippier now that they're in some form, Newcastle. He's doing the business. So, we brought him in. Also, with Botman's injury, we weren't 100% sure what's going on there. So, we thought we'd get on board and bring in Anderson, who we've traded in. So, they're the two new faces in defence. Adogi, we brought in earlier in the wild card, and Kabore, rock solid as our $4 million defender. The midfield hasn't changed, so even though he is suspended this week, we are going to stick with Gordon. He'll obviously be the one that misses out in the front eight. But, in Buemo, we've sort of gone him as a differential over Diaby. He's probably the one most people are keen on keeping around. But, in Buemo, he'll come good eventually. We'll back him in. We've gone big with Salah and Son. They're starting to hit their stride and look good bets for their price. And Madison, he's been our pick since the start of the season and can't foresee him going anywhere pending long-term injury. So in the forwards, in order just to get Trippier in the defence, we did have to find an extra mil. So we've cut Morris and we've brought in Cameron Archer from Sheffield United. So looks okay enough for a $4.5 million option. You can see he's got big minutes since he's made the move across from, I believe he was at Villa. He did obviously score a goal and an assist in game week 4. Has a blank since then, but I guess when you look at the score lines, it might be a bit hard to sort of to get a lot of attacking stats there. But I think as a 4.5 million option, he's probably the best of the bunch. So we'll go with him. Like I said, it facilitates Salah, Son, and Trippier along with Haaland. So some big hitters that now our bankroll's increased a bit. We can afford to bring in. So in terms of how the team will look this week, going with Turner and goal against Crystal Palace. So Areola has Newcastle. We'll sort of back Trippier in for some attacking stats. So I think Turner's the right option there. We've got Udogie, Cash, and Trippier. So I guess this will generally be the three. If we had Botman, he could potentially find his way in some game weeks. But Anderson, he's doing well. He's got Palace at home, so he's a chance of a clean sheet. But Udogie against Luton, Cash against Wolves, Trippier at West Ham, I think they're all just a bit more of a chance of attacking stats. So we'll back them in. But Anderson probably will get a run at some point down the track. And then obviously because Gordon's out this week, the front seven is the rest of the gang. Hopefully Mbuemo and Archer can do the business against Man U and Fulham. But in terms of the captaincy, vice captaincy, just given Haaland's up against Arsenal, you'd think he's the least likely. In saying that as well, against Arsenal is probably when they're going to have to play their best, and that includes Haaland. So, I think Son just stands out as such an obvious option against Luton. just in terms of chances to score attacking outputs. Salah against Brighton, particularly I guess with a Stupinan out. They'll have the second string left back in there, probably Tariq Lamptey, I'd imagine. So Salah could be a chance of doing some business down the right edge. So we'll put him as VC. Welcome the guys to the team, and if Haaland scores, well, we'll still get his points, so we're not too upset there. So that's how the team looks going into game week 8. If you've got any thoughts or comments or questions, feel free to add them in the comment section below this video. If you are enjoying the content, remember to like the videos, subscribe to the channel for all the fantasy updates, and other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.